Working with Matrix, MLS market stats and RPR stuff. So if you didn't know how to do all this, let's go over it. So these are the market stats for MLS. So sorry, it's a little blurry on the screen. New listings. So this is just Farmingdale over the last 12 months. 2 years ago, 2023, you had a total of 206 listings for the year. This year, 199. You had 192 closed sales in 2023. This year, 174. Days on market went down, right? Which makes sense. If you got less houses, they're selling even faster. Price went up from 619 to 675. Everybody's thinking this year prices were a little more steady, right? Well, they actually went up, and you're getting a higher offer that over ask. And inventory of homes for sale, this would be at any given time, like an average, was down to 22. So that's MLS stats. Condos, forget it. They're only 14 for the whole year. Only 9 closed sales. So that's one of yours. 500,000 average price, getting about 105% of asking. And at any given time, there are 2 for sale. Co-ops ain't much different. 49 for the year, 6 at any given time, average price 266. Co-ops got flat once the rates went up. So is this useful information? Is this something you might want to share with somebody really quick? You could pull these stats really fast. You go to Matrix. This is what your screen looks like, right? So my Matrix is all the different buttons. Search is where you search for houses for sale. Doesn't roster. Stats. See stats there with the big blue arrow? I pulled that report from Fast Stats, and it comes out in a really nice flyer. When you click on Fast Stats, you get all the service region for the MLS. So if you want to pull records for Nassau County, it's really easy. If you want to pull records in Suffolk County, it's really easy. So let's say we click on Nassau, because that's how I got to Farmingdale. One thing you'll notice is they got smart. Farmingdale includes all of Farmingdale, not just the Nassau County Farmingdale. Good. So you click on Farmingdale, it highlights it, you'll get the report. You can do any of these towns or regions or zip codes, or you can do the whole county. RPR, who here uses RPR ever? I know you use it, you like it. So you log into Stratus, I'm sorry, MLS, LI Realtor. You scroll, this is the first screen. You scroll down to get to Matrix. Before you scroll down, there's all these buttons. Some of them do some stuff. One of the big ones you might want to find is RPR. What does NAR stand for? National Association of Realtors. Every realtor in America has access to RPR, Realtors Property Resource. So when you click on RPR, you're going to get a screen like this. You could put an address in there. If you put in 89 South Zoran, this is what's going to come up. You're going to get a picture from public records, or actually this is Google Maps. You're going to get a RVM. What's an RVM? I have no idea. Value market. I don't know. It's like an AVM, automated valuation, but they called it something different. Realtor valuation. But it's giving you like a Zestimate. That's what that is. Is that accurate? No, not terribly. It'll also tell you how confident they are in the price. It's not correct with public records because it never is. It's showing you the different things, showing you who the ownership info is. Who cares? As you scroll down, you're going to see things like the last closed price, what the CMA value. You could click in there and actually pull comps and make a CMA. You could do a refined value. That's what RVM is, refined value market report. Or something like that. You could actually click in here and fix the records. So when it says there's 1 bathroom, if there's really 2, you could actually add the second bathroom, just the bedroom, just the square footage, and get that a lot closer. What's the biggest reason Zestimates and all these automated values never work in New York? Because the public records don't reflect what the house is. First of all, everybody finished their basement. Nobody got any permits. But even when you get the permits, the public record might not be accurate. Well, when you correct it, you start getting a closer value. And this is where you make those changes.
And trigger the town, and next thing you know, they're not.
So if you go to the top again, you're going to see create report. When you click create report, you'll have an opportunity to customize this. What you're really doing is deciding which pages to include and which pages not to include. So for instance, if you're doing this quickly and you're doing a PTA, you want them seeing your number, not the AVM and the CMA number, because that's probably inaccurate, right? You want your PTA to be the number they see. What's going to happen if you include all the other numbers, all the other values? You're really going to think you're wrong, or they're going to think you're wrong because, is it higher or is it lower? No, I want this. What's this number? This one says $1 million. Well, you're not getting $1 million. You haven't cleaned your house in 6 years. So uncheck that stuff. You can get rid of all the pricing and then hit run report. When you click run report, you have some different options. I like to download the report. It's going to give you a nice PDF. It'll look something like this, about 7 or 8 pages. And that's a printable report with a lot of useless information. Why do we like useless information to give to clients? Did you ever leave somewhere without any paperwork and you felt cheated? No, they didn't give me anything. I looked at the car. I never got any. I didn't get anything. Travel agents, right? What's the first thing they want to hand you if you use one? The book. Because you got to leave with some paperwork. You go to our father goes to the rest stop. He's got to leave with the free newspaper and the travel guide. Because without any paperwork, it didn't happen. So this is a way to give them a whole bunch of information. They're going to feel good about whatever you handed them. It's got charts and graphs, but it doesn't really tell them anything. Why don't we want it to tell them too much? Because you're the expert. Does this replace a PTA? No, it's totally different. In fact, I don't even want to give him the pricing. Why? When do I use this? Maybe I include it with the PTA. Why would I include this with a PTA? What could some sellers think about our price trend analysis? You manipulated it. It's one page. Well, out of everything, I got one page. Some people just like a lot of paperwork. Staple it to the front of this. It's another way to use the RPR is when you're sitting with them. Okay, let's talk pricing. I know it's really something you were you've been asking me about the whole time. First, I want to show you this. This is a property report. It goes over different valuations and things. I'm going to give this to you, but we're not even going to discuss it. I'm going to show you why we have found that is really inaccurate and not a great way to value your house. Here's my price trend analysis, which is a summary of all the comps and all the work I did. It took me about 2 hours. Let's go over it. What did we just do to every other agent who shows up with an RPR report? We showed they're useless. It's really something you should do when you know they're interviewing multiple agents. Here's why do you think other agents are using an RPR? It's easier. You hit a couple buttons. They have it for free. It looks pretty. They don't have a PTA. They don't know what to do. And there's a lot of reasons, but we know they have access to this in the CMA. So they're going to use one of those two things in most cases. Maybe it's a quick report for someone not selling. What do you think my house is worth? What do you think it's selling? No. Maybe they're not at a point where they need to do, where you would do a full doors presentation. Do you give people a PTA without sitting with them to do a doors presentation? No. But you can give them a pair report, or you can give them an RPR. Here's something, it's automated. I wouldn't put too much stock in it, but it's a starting point. When and if you're ready, it takes me about 2 or 3 hours, and I can prepare a custom price trend analysis. Maybe showing value to your networking partners. You go to a networking group. Hey, just we have this system I've been practicing with. I ran a report on your house. When else, Jared? Can you think of any other times you'd use an RPR?
Well, I think the big thing is to differentiate yourself from the others, right? So even your pitch could be, hey, this is an RPR report. It's got some good stats in it. But it's automated and there's other people that might bring this. I take it a step further because every house is different and it's important to price your house right. So I talk about, giving this to you, but I'm also going to go over this price trend analysis. It's an exclusive tool that we have to really look at not just current comparable sale, current trends in the market, to really understand what the correct price will be. Because in this market, pricing it correctly is gonna lead to giving you the most amount of money.
There's other reports available as well. So that was a seller's report. You can do a mini property report or just a property report. I'm sorry, that was a property report. A seller's report, you can actually put their mortgage amount in there and how much equity they've gained, and it's a little more specific. Market activity report, how many houses are for sale, how many, it's kind of a piece of the seller's one. You can do a neighborhood report, which I use a decent amount. This is what that looks like. Hey, in Scottsdale, Arizona, here's all the information about housing. When would you use a neighborhood report? What if you're meeting some buyers from Queens moving into the area? You got to give them stuff, right? They want stuff. Here you go. Does this look like something you spent a lot of time preparing? Did anybody else give this to a buyer? Nothing. They're lucky if they got any disclosures. So it gives them some information about the area. Because what are the first thing they look at that? Well, is this a good area? Right? That's not something we're going to get into. You know, that's for you to determine. Here's a market neighborhood report. So those are all different reports available. Even a school report, trade area report, commercial reports. There's tons. Play around with that.